Jai Hind students, hope you all are fine at home. So we'll be starting the second chapter in civics, that is on equality. We have discussed about this in class 6 also. So here we will be talking in this chapter, we'll be dealing with why is equality important in democracy, and we will see whether everyone is really equal in India or not. So let us start. The chapter starts with the story of Kanta, and she is standing in a queue where people are supposed to cast their vote. So here she sees that whether it is a teacher or a student or a domestic worker, a housewife, a government officer, an engineer, everybody is standing in a line and they are supposed to cast their vote. And she thinks that everybody standing here is equal, and that if you are going to cast your vote, you have to wait for your turn. And then the story continues that she is going back home, and she is telling her friend that I have to take my child to the hospital. Her child was not doing well, and then she also sees that outside her house there is a lot of garbage, and she thinks that maybe because of that only her child is not well. Then she there is a story continues where the mem sahab or the lady is giving her money in advance because she had asked to pay for the medical expenses. And then when she carries her child to the hospital, which is a public hospital, she again thinks that in the morning when she was casting the vote, everybody was equal, everybody was standing waiting for their turn. And in the hospital, if she thinks that if she would have more money, or she would have adequate money, she could have taken her child to a much better hospital and would not standing in a queue waiting for her turn to show her to the doctor. Okay, so here we understand that how in two different situations the story is telling you two different things. Okay, so let us begin with the first topic, which is given right or right to vote. We all know that equality is a key feature in the Indian democracy, and everybody, be it of any religion or any caste or any race, is equal before the law. And in a democratic country where a large number of people live, especially India, all the adults they exercise, or whatever, they exercise the right to vote. So this is a new term which will come, or which is coming, which is called as universal adult. Now, what is universal adult franchise? It means that all the Indians, whether rich or poor, or they are allowed to cast their vote. Now, this idea of universal adult franchise is based on the idea of equality, because everybody having wealth, belonging to any community, has to cast only one vote. Kanta is excited to vote and happy, and she is equal to all when she was standing to cast her vote. But situations change, which I've already told you how her situation changed when she has to go to the hospital. And there she has to stand in a queue because she did not have much money. The next topic is or other kinds of equality. Now, Kanta is one of many people who is living in a democratic India and who has the right to vote, but whose daily living and working conditions are far from equal. Like, apart from being poor, people in India do experience inequality in a number of ways, and we will understand uh, how this is happening. Now, again, there are two stories I'll be telling you. One of the most common forms of inequality in India is the caste system, which we have already discussed in the previous classes, how the society was divided according to the work that people do. So, if you live in a rural India, your caste identity is something that you'll probably learned or experienced very young. And if you live in urban India, that is the cities, some of us might think that people no longer believe in caste. But if you go through the daily newspapers or the channels, news channels, you will be seeing that it is still happening. Now, we will be doing a story of Om Prakash Valmiki, uh, and who was a Dalit, and let us see what is happening. So, Dalit usually means, the term means broken, and by using this word, the lower castes are pointing to how they were and they continue to be seriously discriminated against. So, Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous Dalit writer, and in his autobiography, Juthan, he writes, I had to sit away from others in the class, and that too on the floor. The man ran out before reaching the stop I sat on. Sometimes I would have to sit away behind everybody, right near the door. Sometimes they would beat me without any reason. When he was in class 4, the headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school and the playground. He writes, the playground was way larger than my small physique could handle, and in cleaning that, my back began to ache. My face was covered with dust. Dust had gone inside my mouth. The other children in my class were studying, and I was sweeping. The headmaster was sitting in his room and watching me. I was not even allowed to get a drink of water. I swept the whole day from the doors and windows of the schoolrooms. The eyes of the teacher and the boys saw this spectacle. Om Prakash was made to sweep the school and the playground for the next couple of days too. He confronted, one day his father saw, and he confronted the teachers, and then walking away from the school holding Om Prakash's hand, he said loudly for all of them, you are a teacher, so I am leaving you now. But remember this much, master. He will study right here in this school, and not just him, but there will be more coming after him. So, this is the story of Om Prakash Valmiki. Uh, the second incident we'll be reading in the next module. Till then, Jai.